So I have here all the basic ingredients we will need for this. For sure it's cauliflower, so we will have cauliflowers. We will need some milk, we will need flour, we will need butter, and Blue Band is not working, no margarine, it has to be butter. I even have some down soup, celery, some garlic, onions, nutmeg, cheese and a grater, and some potatoes, because I'm too lazy to have my potatoes separate, so I put them together with the cauliflower in the oven. Okay, first step, I want to boil some potatoes. And I boil them with the skin on, just because I think the taste is better. Some salt, enough salt. Because obviously the potatoes need longer time to boil than the cauliflower. So I cover these to save some energy and make the boiling faster. Okay, while the potatoes are boiling, I will prepare my cauliflower by cleaning it first. Don't need this one. Oh, this is a dirty one. Now we have to wash them for sure before we are. Ay. That's a very dirty one. But that's what we get, so what we can do. I'm carving outside along, removing all the bad stuff. Keeping the good. Well, that was a bad buy. Not much cauliflower left. Okay. So I cleaned these ones as good as I could, and I will now cut them a little bit smaller, just because I think they are just too big like they are. So I just like to cut them a bit smaller. So basically mouth-sized pieces, yeah. Makes life, it's just nicer to eat than having them in big chunks. For me at least. Maybe somebody else likes it bigger, so cut them bigger. It's up to you, really. So I will not boil them, because they will go to the oven, and I like to have a little bit more, you know, I like to have still a bit crunch and things, and they will be about 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. So I keep them, I don't cook them, just keep them like they are, really. Okay, and that's that. So for my sauce, I will need some onion and some garlic, basically as a flavor base. So I just peel them. Onion, garlic. I think just 2 is okay. Get some quick out of their skin. There we go. Oops, that didn't work, obviously. Just peel them really quickly, and then we will chop them small. Okay, the garlic, just give them a quick chop. Just a quick one, the same with the onions. And in this case, because later on I want to do some burgers, so I keep some of the onions. And this one I just chop finely. Don't want big chunks of onions. Just have it nice and small. And it's really much more to flavor everything. Additional to that, I will use a little bit of this one. I really don't like any kind of ready-made stuff, so this is pretty much my instant sauce flavor. And here we have it. Okay, we can cook up our sauce. To cook the bechamel sauce, which we will use as our sauce for the cauliflower, I will use some butter. And I don't know, but I think it's important to have another way. So, say like so much. I know it looks much, but that's the flavor. And then into that I will add my aromatics, which I chopped before. Yeah, we have our frying action. Now what I will do while that is, and keep the heat low, huh? We don't want to burn anything. So low heat on this one. While frying this, I open already the milk to have it ready. Because on one point it has to go quick. So now I add my flour about, I would say, I start with 1 teaspoon. Don't do too much at all. I mean, you don't want to taste all flour. You want really to. The flour is thickening all this up, and you see how this is coming together and thick. So now, to get rid of the flour taste, it's important that you leave it a little bit. So the flour is cooking into the butter. Now we can add our milk. So I added now about, this is I think 200 ml milk. And now I bring this all to a boil. I add a little bit of pepper, freshly pounded it. And for sure we will need salt. So I have the garam kampung, which is done here in Aceh. And I will add nutmeg, which I have to crack first. Okay, nutmeg is cracked. And then, don't go too crazy, but I like the taste of nutmeg. I put some nutmeg in. Done. Now I see that, and you see how this thickens? You can see that? And it thickens in pretty good. So I want to boil that, and you see how it's getting thicker and thicker? Thicker and thicker, huh? So I make it small, because I realize I need a little bit more milk in this. So I add some more milk. And I don't have a rule for this. So much is out. So it's quite a bit more. I have really no rule for this, but in this way you can adjust easily the thickness of your sauce. And again, you have to wait to give it a bit to stir and let it boil. You have to let it boil. Taste it. It's good. Creamy. Creamy, buttery, good. Now you see it comes to a boil and it's nice and thick. And that's good. That's how it should be. Okay, my potatoes are cooked. They are a little bit, I would say they are a little bit undercooked. But again, they are going into the oven, yeah? So I cook them cut them just like this in discs. So they go nice into the pan there. Okay, done. Okay, now I can actually start my assembly already. What I basically do is I put the cauliflower in, all in, so nothing fancy. It's still a bit brown, but that's like it is, it's natural. And put the potatoes on it. Like evenly distributed, I mean this is the most important. Voila. And now for our sauce, I just pour our sauce on top of this one. Every little bit of goodness. And you see how that's getting thicker? I will use a different spatula, so I really get everything. Ah yeah, oh yeah, got everything out of here, because this stuff is really tasty and you don't want to waste anything. And now I really try to distribute this throughout the complete pan. When this is going to be warm, it will distribute a little bit better anyway. As we see, what I will do now, because it's a little bit thick, so just to help it a little bit, I will just add a little bit more milk. This is not necessary if it's not too thick, like this is. This is very thick, yeah? So that looks fine for me. So, and to make this one even better, I have some mozzarella here. This is not mozzarella. This is, I don't know what it is. They call it mozzarella, but anyway, any cheese would do. I wouldn't use any Kraft on it or other processed cheeses, but this one is okay. Stronger cheeses are fine as well, like Parmigiano. But this is what I have. So, and I like cheese. I mean, who doesn't? And that is that. That's it basically. This will go into oven for 10 to 15 minutes until golden brown, and it's basically cooked. Most of it is cooked. The cauliflower will cook very fast. This will melt, it will be get golden brown and really, really tasty. Okay, going together with my cauliflower, I want to do some hamburger. So what I do with the burger is there is no egg inside. What will keep the burger together, and I saw this in TV and it really works, is salt. So I put quite an amount of salt on it. And I will put some pepper in it, just to give it a bit of heat. And then for a little bit more extra, some rosemary. But again, this is extra, you don't really need rosemary on it. Not necessary. So now I mix it all in. And this will be 2 burgers. This could be actually 1 burger, but okay, we make 2 burgers. So have a nice ball. Now I divide it in about 2 parts. A bit more here. 2 parts. I hope you guys can see that, yes. So I'm forming a nice ball. And then just squishing it down. Okay, my cauliflower is now next to the Barbie, which I started to eat. And I put the cauliflower in it, but you can use an oven, that is not a problem. And I guess after about 15 minutes this will be fine. Okay, the cauliflower has now been about 15 minutes in the hot barbecue, so let's have a look. Wow, that is how it should look, and this is ready. So I will take this now off and start with the burgers. So this is really hot. You can see it's off the barbecue and it's still bubbling along. So you should better let it rest for about 5 minutes before you really want to eat it. Otherwise you will burn your mouth. Even it's tempting. To prevent all from sticking, I will put some oil on them so they will not stick. And I rub both sides of them. These are the burger I did before. Unfortunately, the battery was empty, so I couldn't finish it. So I have them nice and oiled in. So now, burger action. My burgers on the barbecue. And barbecue them off. Okay, let's check how our burgers are. Oh yeah, oh yeah. They are good on the way. Now we try to flip them. Oh yeah. That looks really good. You see the grill marks? There we go. So you see my burgers are now almost done. I checked this, pressing there. They should be still a little bit soft, not too hard, otherwise they will be chewy. And you see we have a nice barbecue, but they are gone now, and I will take them off the barbecue. And that's it basically. I think our dinner is ready. And there we go. That's our cauliflower gratin with potatoes and our burgers. A good appetite, and I hope you liked it. Until then, bye bye.